Hi, I'm Mike Gleason, and welcome as ESPN Classic presents the 1991 first-round NCAA Tournament game between Syracuse and Richmond. Prior to this game, a number 15 seed had never beaten a second seed. But the Spiders have pulled off upsets before, beating Charles Barkley and the Auburn Tigers in 1984, as well as the defending national champion Indiana Hoosiers in 1988. Winners of 12 of the last 13 games, Richmond was led by 6'3" junior guard Curtis Blair and 6'5" sophomore wide body Kenny Wood. At 25-6, the favorite Orangemen were paced by the all-round game of Billy Owens, who averaged over 23 points and 11 rebounds a game. But in his pregame remarks, Big East Coach of the Year Jim Boeheim might have been looking past the underdog Spiders.
General comments. The weather's pretty good for us. We should play well here.
Later, we'll take a closer look at Owens. But right now, let's head to College Park, Maryland for first-round NCAA tournament action between Syracuse and Richmond on ESPN Classic.
Cole Fieldhouse in College Park, Maryland. 13 minutes to go in the first half. And the 15th-seeded Richmond Spiders lead the second-seeded Syracuse Orangemen. Here is Billy Owens for Syracuse off the glass. Rebound. Billy Owens gets it back. Foul. Richmond Spiders from the Colonial Athletic Association. A 15th seed facing the second-seeded Syracuse team, and Richmond, the darlings of the 1988 tournament when they knocked off Indiana in the first round, then the defending champions, lead Syracuse 15-11. They have hit 7 of their first 9 shots from the field. There's LaRon Ellis, Syracuse, who sat down for a couple of minutes with an injured left thumb. He had it taped. He's back in. Now Billy Owens at the line. Thus far in the first 7 minutes of the first half, Richmond 7 of 9, Syracuse 3 of 10. Ellis with the injured left hand, but back in the lineup. And the winner of this game goes on to take on Temple, a 17-point winner over Purdue in a game completed about a half an hour ago.
Richmond's gotten this lead by employing a zone press after they make a basket. It's a retreating zone. It slows down the Syracuse attack. On the offense, Richmond's been very patient, relying on the quickness of Kenny Wood, particularly, and they've been getting baskets by getting the ball to Wood inside.
That was Kenny Wood, who just missed that shot, number 44. And we'll set the lineup for you. In white, Syracuse, Michael Edwards, number 12, the All-American Billy Owens in 30. Here's LaRon Ellis, number 25. Back to Owens for 2. Rebound goes to Kenny Wood for the Richmond Spiders, coached by Dick Tarrant. 15-12 with 12:10 to go in the first half. And never since the NCAA tournament was expanded to a field of 64 has a 15th seed won a first-round game. Curtis Blair for 2 more.
There's the quickness again of Richmond. Once they reset it and kick it back out, guys like Blair have one-on-one situations that they take advantage of.
Scott, Mike Hopkins in the lineup now for Syracuse. And there's another loose ball. Terry Connolly, the only senior for the Richmond Spiders, number 55. And the foul on Conrad McRae. Dick Tarrant, 60 years old, has to be pleased right
now. I don't consider myself really a tough guy. Nothing is more humbling than getting your butt kicked. The first day I fought, I must have been a 10-year-old kid. This is the most frightening day of my life. The reason for the fight was because the guy stole my pigeon. This is the first thing I ever loved in my life, the pigeon.
Taking on Tyson, new series, Sunday, March 6 at 10, only on Animal Planet.
Meet Kate, mild-mannered mother of 2. Kate spent her days working at 2 low-wage jobs. Without higher education, Kate was always worried about her future. One night, while struggling to stay ahead of her expenses, Kate found the answer. By logging on to this website, she found hundreds of online and campus universities that helped her discover her future. They also had free valuable information, like a guide to grants and scholarships and annual earning statistics for all degree levels. Kate also learned great study tips that helped her maximize her higher education. She discovered that getting a bachelor's degree can double her weekly income, and that college graduates on average can earn substantially more than non-graduates over a lifetime. So what are you waiting for? Call the number on your screen to start your education in a field you love. Call now and find the answers to your higher education future today.
Tomorrow, the regular season goes out with a bang. Notre Dame versus Connecticut at 2. Texas versus Baylor at 9. Tomorrow on ESPN.
You're watching the 1991 NCAA Tournament first-round matchup between the 15th-seeded Richmond Spiders and the number 2 seed Syracuse Orangemen right here on ESPN Classic.
Dick Tarrant didn't get the head coaching job at Richmond until he was 51. In 1984, the Spiders knocked off a Georgia, an Auburn team rather, that featured Charles Barkley and Chuck Person. And then in '88, a marvelous run. They beat Indiana, then beat Georgia Tech before losing to that outstanding Temple team. And they have a 17-12 lead right now with 11:30 to go. Here's Curtis Blair, leading scorer in the ball club. He is a perfect 4 for 4 thus far, and he will go to the free throw line after David Johnson picks up the foul. How about that?
Well, you take a look right now, the Richmond backcourt people, again, the ball goes inside. The double and triple team from Syracuse comes, then it's kicked back outside to guys like Curtis Blair. And what happens is when the Syracuse guys run at him, he uses his quickness to get by.
Curtis Blair, a junior from Roanoke, Virginia, the leading scorer on this ball club. It is a very young Richmond team. Dick Tarrant said he really thought they were a year away. They don't have a senior in the starting lineup, though they do have a senior on the floor now, Terry Connolly, number 55, who gave away that spot midway through the season. Owens, no. The follow is good.
Up until the last couple of possessions, Richmond's done a nice job of limiting Syracuse to only one shot. But again, Billy Owens, among others, has been crashing the board and getting some putbacks.
Set the lineup for Richmond. This is Curtis Blair, 24 to 44, Kenny Wood. He's the second leading scorer on the team. The point guard, number 12, Gerald Jorman, a freshman. Terry Connolly, the senior, is 55, and the man with the ball now is Jim Springer, number 33. 10:40 to go, first half. Kenny Wood, best shooter on the ball club, and he gets 2 more. It's a 7-point Richmond lead.
And another mismatch set up by Richmond. Ron Ellis on Kenny Wood. And again, Wood with the quickness and the head fakes.
Syracuse hitting only 33% to open the ball game. They are 5 of 15. They've got Adrian Autry, David Johnson, LaRon Ellis, Conrad McRae, and Billy Owens. And Owens has the ball now.
Against this Richmond zone, Syracuse has to be just as patient as they've been, but certainly move the ball. And offensive rebounding will come easy if you move the ball.
And they got that offensive rebound for the basket. It's 21 to 16. Syracuse, of course, regular season winners of the Big East, but knocked off in the first round a week ago. Some thought that might have served as a motivational tool for this. They have had some problems early on, and here's Jim Springer with 2. The sophomore from Huron, Ohio.
I'll tell you, Vern, another factor in this game is the fact that this crowd is totally behind Richmond. They're looking for a David and Goliath setup, and certainly they're looking for the upset.
Johnson is fouled. He'll shoot a couple free throws. And a little tussling going on underneath.
NCAA TV and marketing rights fees. Where does the money go? Long answer, 96% of the revenue is used to fund 88 championships and support 1,055 member colleges and universities, who together provide $2 billion annually in financial aid to more than 400,000 student athletes so they can compete and learn. Short answer, we put our money where our mission is.
Meet the animals. We decided to use fugitives to help catch fugitives.
Go, go! You want to be part of this team?
I can do this. I hate new cops.
We ain't cops.
New drama series, Breakout Kings, premieres Sunday, March 6th at 10 on A&E.
Sponsored by Arthur Murray Dance Studios. Dancing is a great way to have fun and get a fantastic workout. Visit ChicagoArthurMurray.com to schedule a lesson today and be dancing tonight.
I want to welcome you Dancing with Chicago Celebrities Charity Ball.
We have a fantastic event. It's a really unique charity event here in Chicago.
The event, which will feature a celebrity dance-off.
I can tell you that you're in for a treat with all the great dancing.
For a great cause.
The Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Foundation, and everything will go to a great cause.
The whole thing was more fun than I can even express.
Now here's a substitution that will go on throughout the day. Eugene Burroughs, a freshman like Jarman, splits the playing time. They bring in Burroughs because he's a much better defensive point guard than is Jarman. Well, we'll keep you posted on what's going on elsewhere in the country. UConn knocked off LSU. Nebraska and Xavier getting set. Iowa and Duke already have advanced to a Saturday meeting. Johnson gets the second. 23-18, 9.5 to go first half. Pressure applied now. Terry Connolly, Curtis Blair, Kenny Wood on the left side. Bounce pass to Kenny Wood. Offensive call.
Syracuse employed the full court pressure to try to force Richmond to play at the tempo that Syracuse would like. And Richmond, really not accustomed to running those types of breaks, at least not in this game, wound up making the wrong decision. Kenny Wood took it one step too far.
Turnovers are even. That is the 6th foul on Richmond, so Syracuse goes to the bonus, the next Richmond foul. Tip in David Johnson. And the 7-point lead has been cut down to 3. Eugene Burroughs, Jim Springer, number 33, knocked away by Adrian Autry, but Richmond will retain possession. By the way, our officials for this ball game: Charles Range from Fremont, California, Tony Stigliano from Waco, Texas, and Gordon Burke out of American Fork, Utah. Kenny Wood gets a rest. Tim Weathers, number 32, takes his place. And again, Syracuse has not led. The score was tied at 4-all. But having taken a 7-4 lead, Richmond's been on top since.
Syracuse very content to stay in the zone to try to cover the perimeter, but certainly when the ball goes in the corners, they're going to apply the pressure and start gambling outside, looking for passes to steal to get their offense going.
Blair, skip pass all the way out to Weathers. Now Burroughs, and back to the leading scorer, Curtis Blair. Nope, Weathers there for the offensive board. Dishes underneath to Connolly. And Connolly will shoot a couple. Foul on LeRon Ellis. That's his second and the 14th foul. Terry Connolly, Land, an interesting story. He was playing in the NAIA at Shepherd College when Richmond knocked off Indiana in the NCAA. He saw the game. He liked what he saw. He called Dick Tarrant, and he said, "Can I come and play?" They sent some tapes. Tarrant liked it and offered him a scholarship. He sat out a year. In the Southeast region, you saw the results. 25-20.
Terry Connolly has been certainly a leader for this Richmond team. He's the lone senior out there at this point, and he's the muscle guy. He's the guy that knocks some bodies around and really gives them an emotional lift, particularly on defense.
Autry underneath. Springer knocks it loose. The Richmond Spiders. That's a little wild run by Curtis Blair, and he gets the foul, and Syracuse goes into the bonus now for the final 8:19 of the first half.
And that's certainly not the decision that Dick Tarrant would like to see his players make. Again, Syracuse is baiting the trap with the pressure, leaving some openings. Richmond is biting, but they're right now not capable of running those breaks.
Dick Tarrant. And at the line, David Johnson, Jr. from Morgan City, Louisiana.
Take a look at Dave Johnson. Jim Boeheim calls him probably the most improved player in America. Last year, he was sitting on the bench averaging about 6 points per game. This year, he might be an All-American candidate, averaging close to 20.
Johnson 1 of 2. Tim Weathers with the rebound. Richmond retains a lead. It's been as many as 7. They have not trailed in the ball club, in the ball game. The look into Terry Conley trying to get possession. David Johnson harassing Eugene Burroughs. Oh, threw it away. Wild.
So we talked about the inability, and it's probably because of the lack of experience, the inability of Richmond to handle the pressure at this time.
Indeed, Lenny, the last two trips down, they've been a little wild. Time has been called. 25-21. Richmond leads.
Celebrate the Green Bay Packers' 4th Super Bowl win with Sports Illustrated's exclusive championship package. You'll get this must-have NFL Films DVD, The Green Bay Packers Super Bowl 45 Champions. Plus, this limited edition hardcover book captures the amazing Packers with SI's famous writing and photography. Go to siorder.com or call now to get both free with a paid subscription. 56 issues for only $1.59 an issue. Save 65% off the cover price. Use your credit or debit card, and as a bonus, you'll get this officially licensed football honoring the champion Packers. Designed exclusively for SI, it features scores from the entire season and includes a display stand and certificate of authenticity. Don't miss out on this special offer. Go to siorder.com or call now to get the official DVD, the commemorative book, and the collectible football.
Go online to siorder.com or call 800-632-7200 now.
This is a public announcement. CNNMoney.com reports that in some areas of the country, buyers are scooping up homes for as little as $1,000. Foreclosures are at an all-time high. Government and private banks are liquidating these homes now. If you currently rent a house or apartment, you may call now and learn how to receive your free list of these homes. All others may call tomorrow. Every house must be sold. This is a public announcement.
Call 1-800-796-7086. That's 1-800-796-7086. Call now.
You're watching the 1991 NCAA Tournament first-round matchup between the 15th-seeded Richmond Spiders and the number 2 seed Syracuse Orangemen right here on ESPN Classic.
25-21, Richmond shooting 67% from the field. They're emulating what we saw in the last game when the Temple Owls knocked off Purdue by hitting 65% for the duration of the game. Adrian Autry, David Johnson, Scott McCorkle, number 35 in the lineup. Here's Billy Owens. Back it comes to Autry, who penetrates and puts it up and in.
Well, Adrian Autry, as a freshman and a point guard, has proven that he can score for Syracuse.
Connolly at the other end. Offensive foul. Well, that's 3 trips down the floor now for Richmond that they have been somewhat out of control. And Adrian Autry was limping as he came away having made that shot.
I talked about Autry. He came here as being the playmaker that Jim Boeheim wanted, but he's shown that he can score, averaging close to 10 points a game. You see him come down on that foot wrong, but right now he doesn't look as though he's suffering any ill effects.
There's a chance for Syracuse to take its first lead of the ball game with a 3-pointer or tie it with a 2. Last tied at 4-4. The largest lead by Richmond has been 7. And picked away. Jim Springer, the sophomore. Number 33 in the hands of Curtis Blair. Want to remind some of our viewers that you'll be leaving us in a few minutes to see either St. Francis against Arizona or Xavier against Nebraska. We'll keep you up to date on the progress of this game with scoring reports and highlights. 6:45 to go first half. The 15th-seeded Richmond Spiders lead the 2nd-seeded Syracuse Orangemen. 3-point shot by Connolly, no. McCorkle at the other end, no. Rebound, Blair. 4-on-2 break. They put it right side to Weathers, and then they'll reload the offense.
I know those are decisions that Richmond should make, particularly because they were successful resetting if they didn't have the advantage early in this game, and that's how they got the lead.
On the floor now, Gene Burroughs, Blair, Springer, Tim Weathers, and Terry Connolly. Basket counts. And a foul.
You see, what the reset does is allow Richmond to get in position to execute their half-court offense, which they do very well, setting picks and freeing people up. It's when they get out of sync and try to run and improvise that they get in trouble.
Terry Connolly goes to the line. Here's the one senior in the ball club who plays a lot. Started the first 13 games. Dick Terry came to him and said, look, Tim Weathers has a little more quickness than you do. We'd like to take advantage of that. Connolly sent flying, and he's been a reserve since. But the offensive rebound after the missed shot goes back to the Richmond Spiders. Now Gerald Jarman, number 12, back in the lineup. And here is Tim Weathers playing now in the same lineup as... Oh, good pass. Offensive goaltending. Count the basket. LeRon Ellis got it on the way down.
Talk about execution. We didn't see the setup. The postman shielded nicely, but a great drop pass down the line by Connolly.
5:45 to go first half. Three-point effort, no. Rebound, Richmond. The Richmond Spiders just a 2-hour bus ride away. Underneath, tipped away. Richmond will control. Jim Boeheim up off the bench. He's still arguing about the goaltending call.
But it's the first time he's gotten up off the bench and been that animated, because I believe right now he senses that Richmond will not go away. And he's going to have to let his team know that he's concerned about it, so they become concerned.
Jim Springer got caught out of position underneath after a great pass, and he was right under the basket when he tried to take the shot. He just turned and went a little too far. And the turnover. Watch now. Watch Springer underneath.
Got a piece of the ball, certainly. And Richmond, they're going to battle you. They know Syracuse, a top-ranked team, but they've come here to play some basketball, and so far, as long as they execute, that's exactly what they're doing.
They have a 6-point edge right now. Billy Owens. There's another steal. Blair. Jarman was down court, but Blair elected to hold it back. Billy Owens is now 3 for 10 and just had that shot blocked. Connolly looks inside for the cutter. Springer. Back to Weathers. Nope. Syracuse.
It's important right now for Syracuse certainly to show some concern, to pick up their emotional level just a little bit, but also to recognize they don't have to get all these points back at once.
3-point effort will give them 3 back. That's Michael Edwards.
They've got to stay within their offense. That was given to Edwards, and he took it. It's exactly what Syracuse will have to do. But on this end is where they have to make the effort.
Connolly to Jarman. Kenny Wood is getting a long rest on the Richmond bench. Second leading scorer in the ball club. Here's the top scorer, Curtis Blair, gives it off to Tim Weathers. Springer has Ellis way out, and that's another foul on Syracuse. So Jim Springer will go to the line.
Richmond, in an attempt to continue their tempo of basketball, resets and continues to run their offense. They ran it down that time for about 17 seconds before they took the shot.
That foul on Billy Owens. Only the 6th team foul. This was a shooting foul, of course, so Jim Springer does go to the line. The next Syracuse foul will put Richmond in the bonus. Billy Owens with 2 fouls. LeRon Ellis also has picked up 2. Richmond opened the scoring, jumped out to a 4-2 lead. Syracuse tied it at 4. And Syracuse has never led. They trail now by 5 with 3:45 to go first half.
MVP contender Derrick Rose and the Bulls test their mettle against the Magic in Orlando. Then the Heat head west to take on the league-leading Spurs. Bulls Magic at 7 on ESPN and ESPN 3D. Then Heat Spurs at 9:30 tonight on ESPN.
Get your career cooking. Literally. With Le Cordon Bleu training. You could train as a culinary professional and work at restaurants, resorts, bakeries, catering companies, and more. Call now for a complimentary career guide.
Call Le Cordon Bleu School at 888-753-6888. 888-753-6888. Call now.
Do you owe more than $10,000 in credit card debt? And are you struggling to make ends meet during these tough economic times? We can help you design a plan to get you out of debt in months instead of years and save you thousands. We can settle your debt for much less than you owe, and there are no upfront fees. This is a real solution. No settlement, no cost, no risk.
Call 800-220-2595. That's 800-220-2595.
Forward Billy Owens was such a complete player at Syracuse that longtime St. John's coach Lou Carnesecca once compared his game to Oscar Robertson's. NBA scouts agreed, as Owens was the number 3 pick in the 1991 NBA draft, behind only Larry Johnson and Kenny Anderson. Steve Cyphers profiles Owens as a rookie with Golden State in his Vintage SportsCenter report from 1991.
When the Warriors swapped popular Mitch Richmond for Sacramento's rights to rookie Billy Owens, they took the M out of Run TMC. So initially, T and C felt lonely.
First thing that comes to my mind is Mitch is a friend.
My first thought was, man, you know, Mitch is gone.
That was thought number one. Thought number two was something like, Billy Owens, huh? Pretty good college player. Well, what will he do here? So the first time Owens joined the team for practice, how do I put him to the test? And apparently, Owens passed.
First day of practice, came in playing tough, strong, dunking, making layups, making shots. Only thing that's hurting him is he wasn't in training camp.
We'd like to tighten his body up a little bit, you know. He's a little soft, and we'd like to get him in better shape, in what we call NBA shape.
I know it's that hard conditioning-wise out here. I thought you can take some rest, but you can't take the rest. You got to go 100% every time you step on the court.
Billy Owens is so versatile, can play so many different positions, can do so many different things. He's just an all-around basketball player. You know, you hear Charles Barkley say a lot, I'm not a power forward, I'm not a small forward, I'm a basketball player. I liken Billy like that, you know. He's not in Charles's class yet, but I mean, as far as his skills, he can do a little bit of everything.
Owens justified the Warriors' faith in him by averaging over 14 points and 8 rebounds a game as a rookie. Later, we'll look back at the other teams that were thinking upset in the 1991 Big Dance. But right now, let's head back to Richmond and Syracuse on ESPN Classic.
If you just joined us, Richmond hitting 60%. Their backcourt outscoring the Syracuse backcourt by 10, and they have never trailed. The Spiders lead it now by 5 with 3:40 remaining in the first half.
And even more significantly, Syracuse, the front line, is only shooting 6 for 16. Billy Owens himself 3 for 10.
But Michael Edwards hits another three-pointer, and that shaves it to a 2-point edge. Right side. This is Chris Fleming, who's just come in the lineup, number 31. He's a three-point specialist. They find Connolly in the center, passes on the shot. Back to Jarman. Fleming will shoot from 3. Got it!
Richmond recognized the half-court trap by Syracuse, continued to move the ball until they found the seam.
Michael Edwards has hit 2 three-pointers, tries to penetrate. Fleming guards him.
Look at the attention inside that Ellis and Owens get.
And the foul is going to be called on Curtis Blair, number 24.
Now that's the primary reason why the Syracuse front line is not shooting well. Richmond is sagging back deeply, and it's very important that Michael Edwards and Adrian Autry establish some type of game on the perimeter, try to pull those Richmond players out and open it up for the big guys inside.
Michael Edwards with 6 has helped that out. He's got 2 three-pointers out of 3 attempts. LaRon Ellis at the line. Whoa, David Johnson battling for the ball, and Johnson gets called for the foul.
And when you're a very high seed, like Jim Boeheim in Syracuse, this is your worst nightmare. You come out somewhat lethargic, the lower seed gets on, and they start playing well, and then they stick around. And the longer they stick around, the harder it is for them to be shaken. And Syracuse will be in for a long evening.
Interesting, Glenn. I was talking with Ivan Maisel of the Dallas Morning News, a very widely respected writer on college sports in between games, and he said, I think we'll know in the first 5 minutes if this is going to be a ball game. And we knew.
Well, Well, I'll tell you, I had a guess. Syracuse sat and watched the first game, and we saw that this afternoon with Southern Mississippi. They sat and watched the game and came in and had a horrendous basketball game in the second half.
Edwards for two. No. Springer with the rebound. And the Richmond Spiders up by 7 have a chance to add to it. Blair finds Jarman. Connolly finds Springer. And the shot is knocked away. Adrian Autry at the other end for Syracuse. LaRon Ellis, Connolly with a foul. LaRon Ellis will shoot.
And that's the type of basketball Syracuse would like to play. Create turnovers, get the rebounds, and then kick it out and run. They've got people who can run the sidelines and get to the basket quickly.
Well, 64 teams started today with hopes of getting to Indianapolis. Thus far, the Big East, Big 8, and ACC are 7-1. NC State here in College Park scored 114 points in its win. And the Syracuse free throw woes, which have been widely documented throughout the years, continue in the form of LaRon Ellis. Though they are now 8 of 12 in the first half. 36-30, under 2 minutes to go. Jarman, Springer, touch pass behind the back. Oh, boy! Largest lead of the first half, 8, now 6. David Johnson counters for Syracuse.
And I really believe that Syracuse, with their half-court trap, it's a mistake because Richmond's too good a passing team. They will riddle it to death with passes until they find the open man.
Another fine entry pass. Connolly gets 2. Autry with the foul.
Richmond passes too well. They spread the defense, and then they find their cutters. You just can't press in a half-court situation an excellent passing team, particularly when they're ahead. It's too early. Play solid defense. Make them come to you.
9-point lead with 72 seconds to go first half. Billy Owens, he'll shoot a couple. Jim Springer gets called for the foul. Substitution now, Eugene Burroughs comes in. He's a defensive specialist. So 2 freshmen in the backcourt for Dick Tarrant. And Curtis Blair will sit down and get a rest, the junior from Roanoke. Jim Boeheim counters by sending in Conrad McQuay and Adrian Autry. LaRon Ellis come to the bench. Scott McCorkle is also back in the lineup. Billy Owens gets 1 more. Just named to the first team Associated Press All-American squad. LaRon Ellis getting some instructions from Jim Boeheim. Got them both. And Dick Tarrant. Coats come off.
Hey, they're working.
You bet.
They're working tonight.
7-point edge. Gerald Jarman and Eugene Burroughs. 2 freshman guards. Connolly. Throwing 3 points. That's his second of the ball game. Johnson is fouled by Connolly. He'll shoot 2. That's the 3rd foul on Terry Connolly.
That's the key to Syracuse comeback, is to stay patient offensively and look for the guys that got them to this point. So far, they've played without Billy Owens and Dave Johnson, except for the last 2 possessions. This is what they're going to have to do in the second half and start from the inbound pass.
David Johnson is 3 of 4 from the free throw line in the first half. And that cuts the lead to 9.
I got too soon now, what?
.6 to go in the first half. Richmond, the 15th seed in the East region, has never trailed in the ball game. Connolly for 3. Whoa! Syracuse ball with 2 seconds to go. Aaron says, take it easy. Yeah.
Let's stay up.
No 15th seed has ever won a first-round game. The Richmond Spiders are 20 minutes away.
Do low light and small print make your tired eyes strain and squint? Don't turn on the light. That'll keep your loved one up all night. You need Page Bright, the page-sized device that brightens and magnifies everything in sight. 4 super-powered LEDs illuminate the entire page, while the optical-grade lens makes words and images up to 3 times bigger. Lay it over newspapers for on-the-spot illumination and magnification. Use it in church to bring hymns to light. It's perfect for reading next to sleeping spouses. And the Stay Cool LED lights last up to 5,000 hours. Look, similar items sell for as much as $40, but you can get your Page Bright for just $10. As a bonus, we'll also include the Page Bright Mini for menus or medications free. Order right now and we'll double the entire offer free. Just pay separate processing. You get 2 Page Brights and 2 Minis for just $10. Call or log on now.
To order, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-589-7167. That's 1-800-589-7167. So don't delay. Call now.
All bets are off as Nationwide heads to Vegas. Trevor Bayne and the Young Guns try to build momentum, while Kyle Busch and Carl Edwards look to keep up their blistering pace. The Nationwide Series at Las Vegas, Saturday at 2:30 Eastern on ABC.
Tomorrow, the regular season goes out with a bang. Notre Dame versus Connecticut at 2. Texas versus Baylor at 9. Tomorrow on ESPN.
Richmond Spiders are 20 minutes away from becoming the first 15th seed since the NCAA field was expanded to 64 to win a first-round game. They lead it by 8. They have gotten here with outstanding shooting, 62% in the first half, a season average of 48%. Ken Wood back in the lineup. He got an extensive rest in the first half. Number 44. Curtis Blair with 12 first-half points has the ball now.
Right now we see Syracuse in a man-to-man. I'm sure they realize the only way to get back into this game is to go back to the fundamentals, play solid man-to-man defense.
Wood misfires with a shot, but Jim Shields chases down the loose ball.
Not a good sign. With solid fundamental man-to-man defense, you've got to limit a team to 1 shot only.
Now Gerald Jarman, number 12, the freshman point guard, and Tim Weathers, they complete the 5 on the floor for the Richmond Spiders. And for Syracuse, the starting 5 back out there: Edwards, Autry, Ellis, Johnson, and Owens. Weathers for 3. Nope. So Richmond misses its first 2 shots. Richmond 12-0 this season when they've hit over 50%.
On the offensive end, Syracuse has to make sure they move the ball and then start looking for Dave Johnson or Billy Owens.
Owens 3 for 10 from the field in the first half. Autry dishes to Ellis for 2, and he'll get a chance for a 3-point play.
You couldn't have diagrammed it or talked about it better in the locker room. Syracuse came down, they moved the ball, they extended the Richmond defense, and LeRon Ellis was left standing alone under the basket. That's what happens when you move the ball and force the defense to shift.
That's the third foul on Kenny Wood. Lane violation. We'll try it again. Syracuse 12 of 16 at the free throw line. And they get the second one to fall. So the lead is 5 at 44-39. Blair goes by Johnson, pulls up, and he'll shoot a couple. David Johnson picks up the foul. That's 3 on him.
You know, watching the way that they're guarding Curtis Blair and Kenny Wood, I just get the feeling that Syracuse underestimated these guys, underestimated their quickness, and maybe even underestimated their desire.
Easy to do, you think?
Well, certainly for a team like Syracuse, because they were ranked so highly. We saw them in practice yesterday, and they were a very relaxed and loose bunch. I don't know, but if I were the coach, knowing Dick Tarrant's track record against higher seeds, I would have been all over my team to let them know that I was concerned. I wouldn't have given them a moment's rest, so they come into this game focused.
Well, they've had problems. Syracuse has not led. The lead is back to 7, 18-20 to go in the ball game. The winner here gets Temple. Temple knocked off Purdue with hot shooting of its own in game 1. And earlier here today, North Carolina State and Oklahoma State also advanced. They look inside for Ellis, settle instead to go around the perimeter. Adrian Autry puts up the jumper and hits it. 46-41. Jim Shields, number 40, has the ball. Now he gives it off to Blair. Weathers. And on the bench, they're signaling play number 4. They do have some options offensively. A multitude of them.
And they run it to perfection. They set the picks just where they need to, and certainly get the ball where they have to.
Kenny Wood stripped by Autry. Autry, Jarman, and the ball is thrown away. Oh, it was tipped. Dick Tarrant doesn't think it was tipped.
It's called a break.
Edwards off the mark. The dish to Owens for 2.
And certainly, regardless of whom it is you're coming back against, the team making the comeback certainly needs that break.
Passes are a little crisper for Syracuse now. They have not led in the ball game. Weathers rejected. Johnson on the outbreak. Edwards passes on the 3. Autry penetrates, loses the ball. Picked up by Jim Shields. Little sloppy then. At the other end, Blair, Weathers. And a foul called on Michael Edwards.
See, I believe Syracuse is the type of team that plays so much better when they're on the edge. They're so much more active. And right here we see Billy Owens, who now has to step up and may have to do an awful lot more than he's been doing so far, particularly on the defensive end.
Dick Tarrant puts his senior back in the lineup, the only senior on the squad, Terry Connolly, number 55. .28 remaining in the ball game. Richmond trying to emulate the accomplishment of 1988 when here's Jarman short. Shields with the follow for 2. Jim Shields gets his first 2. He had 26 off the bench in the CAA championship game against George Mason. MVP of that tournament, as a matter of fact, and earned the start tonight. Double team on the baseline for 3. Too strong. Johnson chases it back for Syracuse. LeRon Ellis.
And that's about as quick a move that I've seen LeRon Ellis make since he's been at Syracuse.
Richmond by 3. This is a Richmond team that started the season 6-7. Kenny Wood for 2. But they finished with a 12-1 record. And they lead the second-seeded team in the East region by 5 now with 15:25 to go. Quick pass, Edwards, Johnson, 2. Well, Syracuse has picked up the level now.
Well, they look at the scoreboard now, and they realize that this is a basketball game. This isn't practice.
Kenny Wood. Foul by Billy Owens, and that's 3 on Billy Owens.
And that's what I mean by a team that's on the edge. They start picking up their level.
Billy Owens has 3. The Richmond Spiders led by 8 at the half. The lead is 3 right now.
Is your computer running slowly? Does it take more than 3 seconds for your email to load? Are you frustrated with error messages, blue screens, computer freezes, and crashes? These are not only annoying, but can cause permanent damage to your computer. If you're experiencing any of these symptoms, your computer and your privacy may be at risk, because these are usually the telltale signs of a virus, and it can only get worse until you act. Get a free diagnosis at mycleanpc.com.
My Clean PC is outstanding, and my computer is running faster than ever.
My Clean PC came through with flying colors when no one else could.
My Clean PC totally cleaned up my system and increased my speed.
MyCleanPC.com can remove spyware, viruses, and infected emails, all speeding up your PC's performance. It offers all-in-one protection, and it's been downloaded by millions of users. Even if you have antivirus software, your computer could still be infected. Find out instantly with a free comprehensive diagnosis at mycleanpc.com.
Are you being audited? Do you have several years of unfiled tax returns? Is the IRS sending you threatening letters or coming to your home or place of business? Hello, I'm Patrick Cox, founder of TaxMasters. At TaxMasters, we help solve your tax problems. Listen, don't take on the IRS by yourself. Our former IRS agents and tax professionals have helped many good people just like you. Don't wait any longer. Call right now to get started today. TaxMasters, we solve your tax problems. Call 1-888-599-3874.
You're watching the 1991 NCAA Tournament first-round matchup between the 15th-seeded Richmond Spiders and the number 2 seed Syracuse Orangemen right here on ESPN Classic.
Field goal percentages are going in the opposite directions. Richmond now 2 of 6 in this half has fallen to 56%. Syracuse 5 of 7 in this half. They're up to 47%. Bounce pass to Kenny Wood. Tipped away by LaRon Ellis. And then he gets the loose ball. And now a chance to pull within 1 or tie the game with a 3-pointer. Last time the ball game was at 4-4. And then Gerald Jarman hit a 3-pointer to put Richmond up by 3. And they have never trailed in the game. Autry. No. But he can pull the Orangemen to within 1.
And what enabled Adrian Autry to get inside the paint was the passing from side to side, which spread the Richmond zone and opened up the areas in which Adrian Autry decided to drive.
Chris Fleming picked up that last foul, number 31. That's his first. Autry, a rather anemic average at the free throw line of 33%. He gets 1 of 2. So the lead is 2. This is as close as Syracuse has been since the opening 2 minutes of the ballgame. They trail by as many as 10. Fleming hit 2 3-pointers, and Michael Edwards is right in his face. Wood for 3. That was for 2 inside the line. Loose ball, Syracuse, and a chance to tie or take the lead. Well, the celebration of hoops continues tomorrow with first-round action from 4 locations. Arkansas, Georgia State, St. John's, Northern Illinois, and Eastern Michigan takes on Mississippi State. We're in the first round today as we begin the process of cutting the field from 64 to 32. Loose ball. Kenny Wood for Richmond. And a chance wasted for Syracuse. Now Wood finds Chris Fleming. 3 on 2. Gios will pull it back out. And Curtis Blair looks over at the bench where they say run play 11C.
So they go in their back pockets and reach out for the playbook.
All of that means get it to Curtis Blair and let him take a jump shot. Then get the offensive rebound and reload. 50 to 48, 13:35 to go. Blair, isolation play with David Johnson. Shields, got it.
Remember a few moments ago I talked about Billy Owens having to do more on the defensive end. And that time he just shadowed Shields, never really contested Shields from getting that spot.
Turnover. That's 10 for Jim Boeheim's team.
And don't you just feel, just as Syracuse reaches the mountaintop and tries to get over it, that level of anxiety picks up and they start rushing things.
Entry pass to Connolly for two. Curtis Blair with the assist. And just like that, the lead is back to 6.
And just like that, Syracuse loses an idea of what fundamental defense is all about.
Autry looks inside, but Billy Owens is calling for the ball. And that was nearly an 11th turnover. There's Owens. He'd been pleading for the ball down low. And they finally found him. The lead at 4. Blair guarded by Autry. Foul on David Johnson. That's 4 fouls on David Johnson. And quickly, Conrad McCray gets ready to re-enter the game.
Well, if Syracuse is going to be tentative in their post defense, and they are, Richmond certainly is going to exploit them. And they've been doing it by crossing the big people underneath, setting picks for each other.
14,500 on hand at Cole Fieldhouse on the campus of the University of Maryland, where Chris Fleming of the Richmond Spiders has just cammed the first of 2 free throw opportunities to increase the Richmond lead to 5. Vern Lundquist and Len Elmore here. A Richmond team seeded 15th despite a 21-9 record, facing a Syracuse team that came in 26-5. Richmond broke a 4-4 tie to go up 7-4. They have never trailed in the ball game. Owens comes back to Autry. Now LaRon Ellis calls for it. They double down on him. Back to Edwards. No. Ellis fights for the ball, draws the foul. Third foul on Jim Shields. It's the final game in the East Region first round from College Park. The winner will join Temple, Oklahoma State, and North Carolina State in second round games. 11:49 to go.
Let's go! NCAA TV and marketing rights fees. Where does the money go? Long answer, 96% of the revenue is used to fund 88 championships and support 1,055 member colleges and universities, who together provide $2 billion annually in financial aid to more than 400,000 student athletes so they can compete and learn. Short answer, we put our money where our mission is.
Do I look like someone who is at risk for heart disease? Well, guess what? I am. Heart disease took my dad's life, but it doesn't have to take mine. Because 80% of cardiac events in women may be prevented if we make the right choices. 80%. You may not know you're at risk, but one woman dies every minute from this largely preventable disease. Help bring a voice to this silent killer. Speak up to save lives at GoRedForWomen.org.
When you earn your GED diploma,
the barriers in your life fall. Take the first step and get free GED information in your area at 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or yourged.org. Earn your GED diploma and begin your brighter future.
Welcome to Cole Fieldhouse on the campus of the University of Maryland, where the Richmond Spiders are leading by a 56-50 score, 11-22 remaining in the ball game. This is a game in which Richmond led by 8 at the half. They have never trailed in this ball game. Curtis Blair kicks it left side. Chris Fleming. And the skip pass goes out to Terry Connolly. Touch to Curtis Blair. Yes! For 3! And the lead is 9.
This is also a game where Richmond has never veered from their game plan, utilizing patience and crisp execution on the offense. And defensively, they've been doing a nice job on the big people for Syracuse, limiting them to very few points and certainly one shot on the board.
Adrian Autry gets 2 for Syracuse. We near the midway point of the second half. Chris Fleming, Ken Wood, Terry Connolly, the only senior in the bunch. Blair pops out, followed by Michael Edwards. 59-52, 10-21 remaining. Michael Edwards had the ball but stepped on the line. Winner of this game takes on Temple Saturday afternoon. The Temple Owls knocked off Purdue with 65% shooting. And earlier today, North Carolina State and Oklahoma State earned their way into the second round. Set those on the floor for you. It's Curtis Blair, number 24, Terry Connolly, 55, Jim Shields. Here's Blair, squares up, no. But the rebound to Kenny Wood, and he's fouled by Autry. That's the 5th team foul on Syracuse, so a non-shooting foul. David Johnson for the Orangemen is on the bench with 4 fouls. Well, much earlier in this half, Syracuse had shaved it to a 2-point edge, 50-48. They had the ball and a chance to tie or take the lead, but couldn't get it done.
And it was a series of mental lapses on both ends of the floor that allowed Richmond to continue to peck away and ultimately increase this lead. At the end of this game, if there's a story, a lot of it has to do with the mental approach that Syracuse brought to this basketball game. They were not ready to play.
Shot clock down to 16. Blair for 3. The tip no good. Leron Ellis gets it. Orangemen's Michael Edwards brings the ball across the midcourt line. Billy Owens, 5 of 12 and 13 points in the game. Ellis kicks it back to Edwards. 3, no. Autry rebound. Left-handed shot, no. Connolly for the Richmond Spiders. 9:10 to go. Curtis Blair, almost out of control, gives it to Connolly. And officials timeout. They had to clean some perspiration off the court. 8:55 to go. The Richmond Spiders, a team as the 13th seed, which knocked off a 4-seeded Indiana team in 1988. But Billy Owens is still alive, and so are the Orangemen. He gets 2. The lead is 8.
And when you mention the Orangemen are still alive, they have to believe it. And they have to realize that there's plenty of time left and get down again and play the fundamental defense that they have shown signs of being capable of playing. Their problem is, again, the mental lapses once they get close. Over-anxiety.
Fleming. Wood. Shot clock at 15. Loose ball. Who hit it last? Syracuse did. Jim
Boeheim wondering, can a guy get a break around here?
Michael Edwards will get a rest. David Johnson comes back in, and he'll play with 4 fouls. No number 15 seed has ever won a tournament game. And the 15-seeded Richmond Spiders have led since breaking a 4-4 tie in the first 2 minutes of this one. Blair and Connolly. Jim Springer's in the lineup now. They got Autry. That brings Boeheim up. Third foul on Adrian Autry. That's the 6th team foul, so Richmond still not in the bonus. Time has been called, 7:58 to go.
Do you know that you can get cash for your unwanted cell phones?
Hi, Anthony Sullivan here for UCell. It's simple. You send in your unwanted cell phones and you get cash fast. Go online now to find out how much your cell phones are worth. You'll get an instant quote, so you'll know how much to expect for your phones. Request your free mailing kit. Everything you need to safely send in your cell phones is included. And best of all, UCell pays the shipping and the insurance for you. Your check will be issued and mailed directly to you. UCell accepts all cell phones, any make or model. Your private information will be removed, and cell phones with no value will be recycled responsibly. Every day you hold on to your unwanted cell phones, they lose value. So go online now for an instant quote and get money for your cell phones quickly and easily with UCell.
Just type in the letters USELL.com.
Dick Durant, the head coach at Richmond, 15-seeded Spiders trying to pull off a major upset. And up in Syracuse tonight, I'm sure that Pete Carrill and the Princeton Tigers are watching this game as they get ready to play Villanova. And they are no doubt thinking back to a 1-point loss to Georgetown when they were the 16th seed and facing the top-seeded Hoyas, 50-49, the final in that one. Here's Fleming for 3. Doesn't get the roll, but Conley gets the ball.
You talk about fundamentals. Again, defensively, Conley got in there unmolested, untouched by a Syracuse player. Syracuse is not blocking out, and Richmond will hurt them badly.
Fleming again. He had 2 in the first half. Johnson comes up. Again, David Johnson playing with 4 fouls. 7:22 remaining in the ball game. Shot too strong. Putback is in. One-hander by LeRon Ellis.
And he certainly worked for that one. Had to go over the back of Chris Fleming, who was attempting to block him out.
They pull it back, give it to Fleming. Nope, he's missed 3 in a row now. At the other end, Owens. Traveled, was on the line.
And you got to wonder why that pass was made. Richmond came back very well defensively. Syracuse had possession. They're going nicely in their half court. This is what we mean by over-anxiety. You can't get it all back at once.
Jim Shields checks back in now, number 40 for the Richmond Spiders. He's got it, gets it to Chris Fleming. Fleming, the shooting specialist. Back it comes to Terry Connolly, the only senior on this ball club. A Richmond team that under Dick Tarrant back in '84 knocked off Auburn in the first round. In '88, they knocked off Indiana. And tonight, a little surprised to be in the tournament. They thought they were a year away. They are within 6.5 minutes from knocking off the second-seeded Syracuse Orangemen. Off the mark again. Welcome those of you who've been watching Indiana and Coastal Carolina from Louisville. We have 6:10 remaining. The Richmond Spiders, the 15th seed in the East, have led since a 4-4 tie with 2 minutes to go in the 2 minutes gone in the game, and they have the ball now with 6 minutes to go, and they're up by 6.
All right, this is a test of whether Syracuse is the good team that everyone says that they are. You forget about the last few minutes and the first half, and now you concentrate on playing sound defense because you can get back in it if you do it.
Kenny Woods too strong. Loose ball, foul, and tempers begin to flare underneath. Terry Conley is called for the foul. Richmond hit 62% in the first half. They've fallen off considerably in this half, but they still own a huge lead in bench scoring. And Syracuse and Richmond fighting for the right to join Temple, Oklahoma State, and North Carolina State in the second round in the East region here in College Park, Maryland. Now the Orangemen, they got to within 50 to 48 earlier in this half. Had the ball, but had some mental lapses and could never tie it or go on top. 5:25 remaining. A disciplined Richmond team and a somewhat lethargic Syracuse team. McCorkle is in the lineup now. He's got the ball.
Well, I tell you, Syracuse is lethargic no more. They realize it's all on the line right now.
Loose ball taken by the inspirational senior Terry Conley. Curtis Blair, the leading scorer in the ball game, with 17 points. And 4:55 away from victory. The Richmond Spiders. Underneath, Wood.
Tomorrow, the regular season goes out with a bang. Notre Dame versus Connecticut at 2. Texas versus Baylor at 9. Tomorrow on ESPN.
When you earn your GED diploma, the barriers in your life fall. Take the first step and get free GED information in your area at 1-877-38-YOUR-GED or yourged.org. Earn your GED diploma and begin your brighter future.
America.
Stunning first-round upsets are as much a part of the NCAA tournament as pep bands, cheerleaders, and office pools. Tom Mees revisits past first-round shockers and identifies the teams who are thinking upset in March of 1991 in this Vintage Sports Center report.
Since the tournament expanded to 64 teams back in 1985, no number 1 or number 2 seed has lost in the first round. There have been a few scares. Just ask Georgetown about Princeton. With that in mind, the Pirates of Seton Hall, Nebraska's Cornhuskers, the Jayhawks of Kansas, and the Oklahoma State Cowboys could be sweating. These 4 teams are seeded 3rd in their respective regions, and history goes against them. 6 times in the last 5 years, the 14th seed has scored a major first-round shocker. Remember 1986? Unheralded Cleveland State, led by Little Mouse McFadden, upsets Bobby Knight and the Indiana Hoosiers in Syracuse. That same year in the Midwest bracket, Mike Newell's Arkansas Little Rock team knocks off a Notre Dame squad which finished the campaign ranked 10th in the Associated Press poll. That was at Minneapolis, Minnesota, the same site of this year's Xavier-Nebraska tilt. Back in 1987, the fans were chanting, "Let's go P," as Lake Kelly's Austin P team stunned heavily favored Illinois, 68-67. The East region was the site of the 1989 3-14 stunner. Stanford entered the NCAAs for the first time since capturing the title back in 1942. Siena made their 89 stay a short one. Last year, Northern Iowa used a last-second shot to score an exciting upset of Missouri. New Mexico, New Orleans, Pepperdine, and Xavier take notice. Upsets are the stuff that dreams are made of.
The 1991 East region had its share of upsets, with number 4 seeded UCLA falling to Penn State and 5th seeded Mississippi State getting hammered by number 12 Eastern Michigan. Now let's return to Richmond and Syracuse in the 1991 NCAA Tournament on ESPN Classic.
We talked about gambling and how Richmond will hurt you if you do. Watch LaRon Ellis, number 25 in white, leave a man on the post. These are the mental lapses that have been killing Syracuse all evening.
And back to live action as Michael Edwards hits a 3, but at the other end, here's Kenny Wood. The 3 answered by a 2. The lead is 7. And Richmond is 4-10 away from perhaps the biggest upset in the NCAA. But there's Billy Owens for 3, and the lead is now at 4. Jim Shields, that almost is thrown away. Conley, foul by Johnson, that's it. And a cheap foul. David Johnson out with 5. Welcome those of you who've been watching the Arizona St. Francis game. We have 3:51 remaining at College Park, where the Richmond Spiders are on the verge of a monumental upset. They lead at 66-62. David Johnson has just fouled out for the Syracuse Orangemen, and Scott McCorkle will take his place. The Richmond Spiders come in seeded 15th. And just to recap for you, they broke a 4-4 tie in the first half, led by as many as 10. That lead was 8 at halftime. Syracuse, shooting much better in this second half, cut the lead to within 2 and had a chance to tie but couldn't do it. The lead went back to 10, and right now it's at 4, with Terry Conley extending it out by another one. Richmond 36% now. They're well down in this half from what they had posted in the first half, but they still lead at bench scoring, and they have never trailed in the ballgame.
And Syracuse has given them the opportunities to just push away from them each time they've gotten close. The foul that put Dave Johnson on the bench was one that wasn't called for. They're down 4. He's gambling, and he gives Richmond an opportunity to increase their lead.
For 3, Billy Owens, no. Rebound, Terry Conley. At the other end, Kenny Wood, 2-on-1. Autry grabs the foul. That's 4 on him. How about the opportunistic Richmond Spiders?
Well, if you give them an opening, they seem to crawl right through it. And Syracuse has done that very many times, primarily because they've made the silly foul or they've made the play that wasn't necessary, a gambling, risky play when it's much too early.
Kenny Wood goes to the free throw line. Wood, a sophomore from East Hampton, New York. Richmond, 15 of 16 at the free throw line in the ballgame. And they missed that one. Billy Owens has it. The lead is 6. The time 3:27. Autry. Air ball. Loose ball. Syracuse ball.
I don't understand it. 3 minutes, 19 seconds left. You're only down 6. You've got probably one of the 3 best players in the country roaming the baseline, and you don't even look for him.
Syracuse on the verge of being knocked out in the first round. They trail by 6, but they do have the ball. LaRon Ellis looks for it. Edwards. That cuts the lead to 3. 2-on-1. Curtis Blair, Jim Shields. They'll pull it back out.
There's no need for Syracuse to gamble right now. Solid defense can get them the ball back down 3 with plenty of time to make up that deficit.
Twice in the ball game, Syracuse has been within 2. They trail by 3 right now. Welcome those of you who've been watching the Nebraska-Xavier ball game. Our score, Richmond 68, Syracuse 65. 2.5 remaining. A ball game in which this heavily underdog Richmond team has never trailed. 5 on the shot clock. Connolly, no. Edwards. And the Orangemen can tie or pull within 1.
A most timely exhibition of defensive discipline by Syracuse. No gamble, solid defense. They get the ball back.
Who better than Billy Owens? And this is as close as Syracuse has been since the score was tied at 4-4. A 1-point ball game. Gerald Jarman brings it across the timeline. Foul. That is the 9th team foul. So the bonus in effect, but Richmond not shooting 2 yet.
Again, that foul in the open floor, not giving the defense a chance, makes you wonder if Scott McCorkle's looking at the clock. Makes you wonder if he knows how much time is left.
Gerald Jarman goes to the free throw line. He's a 65% shooter on the season. He'll shoot 1 and 1. No. Syracuse can grab the lead for the first time tonight. .90 seconds remaining. Jim Shields fouls Billy Owens. That's only the 5th team foul, though. So a non-shooting foul. Dick Tarrant wants a timeout. 1:29 remaining in the ball game. Richmond up by 1.
NCAA TV and marketing rights fees. Where does the money go? Long answer, 96% of the revenue is used to fund 88 championships and support 1,055 member colleges and universities, who together provide $2 billion annually in financial aid to more than 400,000 student athletes so they can compete and learn. Short answer, we put our money where our mission is.
Is your computer running slowly? Does it take more than 3 seconds for your email to load? Are you frustrated with error messages, blue screens, computer freezes, and crashes? These are not only annoying, but can cause permanent damage to your computer. If you're experiencing any of these symptoms, your computer and your privacy may be at risk, because these are usually the telltale signs of a virus, and it can only get worse until you act. Get a free diagnosis at mycleanpc.com.
My Clean PC is outstanding, and my computer is running faster than ever.
My Clean PC came through with flying colors when no one else could.
My Clean PC totally cleaned up my system and increased my speed.
MyCleanPC.com can remove spyware, viruses, and infected emails, all speeding up your PC's performance. It offers all-in-one protection, and it's been downloaded by millions of users. Even if you have antivirus software, your computer could still be infected. Find out instantly with a free comprehensive diagnosis at mycleanpc.com.
You're watching the 1991 NCAA Tournament first-round matchup between the 15th-seeded Richmond Spiders and the number 2 seed Syracuse Orangemen right here on ESPN Classic.
And right now, 1:29 remaining. The Orangemen with a chance for their first lead in the ballgame. They've got Autry, Edwards, LaRon Ellis, Billy Owens. And here's Edwards in and out. Rebound, Conley the senior. 1:10 remaining. Shields, yes! One minute to go. Ellis back to Autry. Pump fake, puts it up. Three-pointer short. They didn't get the ball to Billy Owens.
Didn't even look at it.
Connolly, too strong. And here comes Syracuse. Owens, wild shot and in. 25 seconds to go. Mike Hopkins. That's going to put a freshman, Eugene Burroughs, at the line. From Philadelphia, a 6'1" part-time starter. For the season, 11 of 14, hitting 79%, but he's only been at the line 14 times. 21 seconds remaining. Richmond up by 1.
Are you being audited? Do you have several years of unfiled tax returns? Is the IRS sending you threatening letters or coming to your home or place of business? Hello, I'm Patrick Cox, founder of TaxMasters. At TaxMasters, we help solve your tax problems. Listen, don't take on the IRS by yourself. Our former IRS agents and tax professionals have helped many good people just like you. Don't wait any longer. Call right now to get started today. TaxMasters, we solve your tax problems. Call 1-888-599-3874.
Need cash now? Tired of struggling paycheck to paycheck? Ping Payday can help. Ping Payday provides hassle-free payday loan advances so you can get your money when you need it for bills, car repairs, medical emergencies, and other unexpected costs. It's your money. Get it now.
Ping Payday made it easy for me to get money when my car broke down.
Log on now and get up to $1,000 with no paperwork and no hassles. Get the money you need with the dignity you deserve.
Get your money now. Log on to 7pingpayday.com now.
ESPN Fantasy Baseball. Get your league together, prepare for the draft, manage your team, and follow every run in real time with FantasyCast. ESPN Fantasy Baseball gets you closer to the game. Sign up for free at ESPN.com.
ESPN, your NBA destination. MVP candidate Derrick Rose and the Bulls have established themselves as title contenders.
There he goes again.
Tonight, they charge into Orlando to test their mettle in the East against Dwight Howard and the Magic. Then, LeBron James and the Heat head west for a huge showdown with Manu Ginobili and the league-leading Spurs. Bulls Magic at 7 Eastern on ESPN and ESPN 3D. Then, Heat Spurs at 9:30 tonight on ESPN.
If we ever needed a reminder that this is a game played by young men 18, 19, 20 years old, it comes now. A freshman, Eugene Burroughs, number 42, grew up in Philadelphia. He will go to the free throw line for only the 15th time this season. And can it as calm as can be. He's now 12 of 15 for the season.
No blink in those eyes either.
A three-point Richmond lead. Owens for three. No! Kicks it back to Autry. Foul. With just under 9 seconds remaining. That's only the sixth. It's a non-shooting situation. They had one to give.
And that actually works to the benefit of Syracuse.
It sure does.
They're looking for the three-point shot. So now they can set something up.
Burroughs 2 free throws have given Richmond a 3-point lead with 8.9 seconds to go. Timeout, Jim Boeheim and Syracuse.
Did you know that you can get cash for your unwanted cell phones?
Hi, Anthony Sullivan here for UCell. It's simple. You send in your unwanted cell phones and you get cash fast. Go online now to find out how much your cell phones are worth. You'll get an instant quote, so you'll know how much to expect for your phones. Request your free mailing kit. Everything you need to safely send in your cell phones is included. And best of all, UCell pays the shipping and the insurance for you. Your check will be issued and mailed directly to you. UCell accepts all cell phones, any make or model. Your private information will be removed, and cell phones with no value will be recycled responsibly. Every day you hold on to your unwanted cell phones, they lose value. So go online now for an instant quote and get money for your cell phones quickly and easily with UCell.
Just type in the letters USELL.com.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare,
Call now to get the new talking meter. These new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Arriva makes it simple. They bill Medicare directly. There are no upfront costs, and they deliver your supplies right to your door for free.
For more information, call 1-800-264-8917.
Tomorrow, the regular season goes out with a bang. Notre Dame versus Connecticut at 2. Texas versus Baylor at 9. Tomorrow on ESPN.
8.9 seconds remaining. Richmond with a 3-point edge. Michael Edwards, Billy Owens, and Mike Hopkins, the 3-point shooters from the corner. No! Connolly tries to get it. On the line, Richmond ball! Curtis Blair. And with 0.7 of a second left, the final foul of the night. That's 5 on Adrian Autry. Not before tonight.
I got another tournament fact for you. There are no free passes. And I think Syracuse expected one tonight. Mentally, they were not prepared to play this basketball game. And the longer Richmond stuck in the basketball game, the longer they believed that they should win it.
And fittingly, the leading scorer in the ball club, Curtis Blair, goes to the free throw line, where he has been perfect tonight, 6 for 6. You've just seen history. And the darlings of America from 3 years ago, the Richmond Spiders, rekindle their love affair. They never trailed. The Syracuse Orangemen down by 8 at halftime. Had chances to tie and indeed take the lead, but could not do it. So the Richmond Spiders will now face the Temple Owls in round 2 on Saturday afternoon here in College Park. North Carolina State and Oklahoma State also advance. 73-69. We'll never forget it.
Dick Tarrant's Richmond club broke out to a significant lead and then hung on for dear life. The Spiders advanced to the second round to face Temple, a team which had eliminated them in the Sweet 16 just 3 years earlier.
Well, of course, their tempo will be somewhat like our tempo. We might have a game 18-13 and break all kinds of records for the worst second round game in the history of the NCAA. I think that their size is tremendously overwhelming, and they played a marvelous game against Purdue. I saw part of it, and I'm not going to start to think about it until I have a couple of cool ones later on tonight.
The Spiders fell to John Chaney's Owls in the second round of the 1991 NCAA Tournament. Over the next decade, only two 15 seeds matched Richmond's feat of slaying a number 2 seed. Santa Clara toppled Arizona in 1993, and Coppin State beat South Carolina in the 1997 NCAAs. We certainly hope you enjoyed Richmond's shocking upset over Syracuse in the 1991 NCAA Tournament. I'm Mike Gleason. Thanks for watching ESPN.